Good morning. It is the last morning of this adventure. It is 4:45 a.m. and it is the first time since I left home that I have heard the sound of my alarm. That's okay though. I had to set it for a good reason. So I'm going to start taking down my bed for the last time so that I can drive the 2 hours to my friend's house. And last night was a good last night. It was a little hot at first. Well, it was pretty hot at first. Like I even contemplated just driving to my friend's house. So it was a little hot at first, but it ended up actually cooling off. Not like previous nights where it was like really cool and comfortable, but cool enough that, oh, and I turned my fan up to like a higher power. Since it was the last night, it didn't really matter if my fan died, so but it ended up being comfortable, which was nice considering it was my last night. I didn't want to completely hate it. So I can't believe that, like, in less than 24 hours, like in less than probably like 18 hours, I'll be home. It's crazy to me. However, I was like on my way to sleep last night, and I don't know, honestly, I kind of felt ready. It was weird. It was just like this switch flipped, sort of, and I was ready. And I think it's because I kind of started thinking about like everything that I did on this trip. And I just kind of realized that I did a lot. I did so much. It's crazy how much that I was able to do in a month. And how much time I got away and by myself. And so I did a lot. And so I think because of that, I was able to just be okay and be ready. And then I thought about kind of like who's waiting for me at home. And I miss my mom and my cat. So the fact that I'm gonna get to see them is pretty great. And I guess I don't usually lock my seats in place because I want to make sure that I can pull them down every night, but I don't need to pull it down, so I can lock it in place. Alright, seats are locked. Okay. See, okay, that's how easy it is to put my bed away. I wish it was that easy to put it up. It takes me probably about twice as long to put it up, but that doesn't matter anymore because from now on, I'm going to have an actual bed that's already up. All right. Time to hit my last destination, my last stop on my itinerary, my last little adventure of this trip. Home sweet home. Traveling is fun and amazing, but I'm so grateful that I get to call North Carolina home. So I've made it. I'm officially, this is the home stretch, no pun intended. Also, while I walk back to my car, it's a good thing I didn't drive last night because I was tired and it was dark, but there was literally construction, like almost from where I was, which I think was like Greenville, South Carolina, all the way to wherever I am now, the North Carolina, South Carolina border. So it kind of would have just really been a crappy, like, last drive. Also, like, the last 2 weeks, I've essentially been in the mountains, and it was very clear that I was in the city, like, as soon as I started driving. So I don't like cities. So it was nice to be able to, like, spend that last little bit kind of still not quite back home, not quite in the city. So that was nice. Anyways, I got about 1 hour till I'm at my friend's house. Welcome to day 28 and the final day of my solo road trip car sleeping adventure. I thought it was going to be a pretty chill final day, and I didn't think my adventure would continue, but one of my best friends had other plans. I literally thought I was just going to sit at the house all day on my computer, but her plans were better, and it's actually kind of nice to have a day of adventure or just doing something where I didn't have to figure out what it was going to be. So I got to hold my nephew, and then I took him to school, but then I got to work on YouTube a little bit, went to Starbucks, and went out to lunch at some new place, Viva La Chicken or something, I don't know, but it was really good. And then we went to get bundt cakes from Nothing Bundt Cakes. Get it? That's funny. Alright, so this is what I got. It's called, like, I don't know. Hold on, I do know. Pecan praline. I haven't tasted it yet, but it smells and looks delicious. She got white chocolate raspberry, which also smells and looks delicious, but I had to make a choice, so I chose. Anyways, what you're probably hearing now sounds like a waterfall, but it is not. It is Pretend Rapids, which I didn't even know existed, so I'm still learning and seeing new things on this trip. So this is what's happening. I don't know. Can you? Yeah, you can see. So essentially, it's like Pretend Rapids, and it goes down there. And this guy just came through, and he was really struggling. My friend said she's done this before, which more power to her because I think it looks terrifying. But she said she did the easy course. Anyways, so I'm gonna eat my amazing cake here. And then I think we're gonna walk around and then go pick up the baby. So it's pretty good new adventure for a final day. Oh, and there's zip lining apparently. Can you see that? Oh, there we go. To me, it's a weird place to zip line because the scenery is not super fantastic, but whatever. To each their own adventure. All right, I'm gonna go enjoy my cake. Here comes a kayaker. See, I just can't decide if that's fun or if it's terrifying. I'm really not sure. I guess now they're just hanging out. I am in the car in my friend's driveway, and this is the last leg of the trip. I'm headed home. The bundt cake was delicious. We walked around, walked down to a river, went and picked up the little man from school, gave him lots of cuddles and playtime, and then ate my dinner and took a nap. And that way I would have like enough rest in the sleeping bank to make it home. I can't believe in 2 hours I'm going to be holding my cat for the first time in a month. So yeah, this was a really nice, really awesome like last stop on the trip. Kind of like a connection between like adventure and home before I have to go home. So it was kind of like a good transition stop. I don't, again, bittersweet. But I think I'm mostly excited. I really, really, really cannot wait to hold my cat. So I've got about 2 hours left on my audiobook, which is enough to get me home, and I've got some popcorn, thanks to my friend, to get me home. In about 2 hours, that's where I'll be.
What's recording?
No, it's your purple money. Nenny missing money. Oh, this is good stuff, Nenny. Oh, you love to love. You talking to Nanny?
All checked out from earlier.
I got home and I ran in the door. No bags, no nothing. Just ran in the door, and I immediately beeline for my cat, who wouldn't come to me, made me come to her, which is typical. But once I picked her up, she just melted. So, and just meowed, and she was like, her eyes were closed, and she was loving it, and I was loving it. I walked into my room, like downstairs felt normal or whatever, but I walked into my room and it felt weird. I don't know. I kind of forgot what it looked like. I hadn't really stopped to like think about it. But I was like, oh yeah, okay, like this was the life before I left for a month and slept in my car. Same thing when I walked into the bathroom. I was like, oh yeah, like that's what that looks like. I forgot about that. So, I don't know. That was weird. But it all feels really normal. I just kind of slid right back into life. And I think my cat is the most excited about the fact that I'm home.
And you want Gigi? You want Gigi?
This is the game me and Monkey play every night together that she hasn't gotten to do since I left. And that was her realizing that I had just snapped a green bean.
And Gigi? She loves string dreams.
So like I said, just getting back to normal. This is probably Monkey's favorite part of normal. So I'm gonna go finish playing green beans with my money and then get into bed. So I'm laying in the bed about to go to sleep, and I think it's safe to say that somebody missed me and somebody is very, very happy that I'm home. She usually won't snuggle me when the light's on or when my phone is on. She's snuggling when both are happening. And she brought me her little raccoon, which is like her little gift to me. So, yeah, this is one of the main reasons I have to come home when I leave. But also, I just kind of, as I lay in the bed, I was thinking, and part of it feels amazing to be in a bed, in a room with my stuff and my cat. Part of it feels like I'm still traveling because there are still things planned that feel like an adventure, like going to the Renaissance Festival or taking my mom to the caves or new job opportunities or going to the beach with my family. So it's like the adventure and the fun and the trips and experiences and things don't have to stop. I know she doesn't like it when I talk when she's trying to sleep. Okay, hold on, I'm gonna have to take a break. Alright, sorry. She gets anxious or something. I don't know what happens, but she starts meowing and headbutting me and nibbling on me, and so I don't know what happens. But I was gonna say, the other part of me feels like I'm sleeping in a stranger's bed because I look around at the room that I'm sleeping in, and oh my gosh, Minnie. I look around at the room that I'm sleeping in, and I remember the person who slept in this room before I left. And I know that I'm not wholly that same person. Parts of me are obviously still the same person. But there are parts of me that I got to leave behind by going on this trip. And so it feels weird because I feel like I'm sleeping in somebody else's bed in somebody else's room. Because I'm not the person I was before I left. And I wasn't really expecting that feeling when I was in my own room. So that'll be interesting to explore through my blog. I'm not going to explore that on video. That's something that'll have to be explored through words and writing and things like that on my blog. But yeah, so that'll be an interesting feeling to go to sleep to. But my cat's losing her mind because I'm not snuggling her and I'm talking. So, time to go to bed.